Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bill Faith Unfiltered. Today, we're going to talk about leveraging email marketing to increase direct bookings for your short term rentals. And there's a lot of components that go into this if you want to execute at the highest level, but there's also easy ways that you can take advantage of this. So, I want you to imagine guests staying at your short term rental year after year, all from that one initial stay, bringing in predictable repeat bookings. Look, that's Willy Wonka's golden ticket. That's the golden goose egg. That's what we want. How would this impact your business, especially if you're doing like zero direct bookings, or maybe you're even doing 5 to 10%, which is really the average in the industry, right? But very few people are doing over 30%. And it really has very little to do with your direct booking site. That's part of it. But email marketing is the number one place to be able to drive revenue. I mean, look, for my Airbnb business, I am doing hundreds of thousands of dollars in bookings based on my 41% direct booking rate. And literally, I can attribute no way to track this exactly, but probably 50 to 60% of that is because of email marketing. There is a reason that I use Market My STR. If you're not familiar with Market My STR, there's really two big pieces of tech that I need in place, to be successful with my 41% plus direct bookings. And StayFi is one of them, right? So I use StayFi to do the email capture of all of my guests, not just one. And then I take that information, that list, and I put it into my CRM and my email list inside of Market My STR. And a lot of people think that Market My STR is just the direct booking site. Yes, I have all of my direct booking, all my properties on direct booking sales pages and websites with Market My STR, but it is so much more than that. So I have built out a 200-day funnel. I'm going to talk about this in this video as I share how I do this by building a loyal customer base to hit the 41% of direct bookings. And as I said earlier, Market My SDR is a huge part of this. It's a very robust all-in-one marketing tool, and you actually get my direct booking templates. Why go pay somebody 500, 1,000, 2,000 bucks when you can steal my templates inside of Market My SDR and literally drag, drop, copy, paste, and within probably 30 minutes to an hour, you can have a kick-ass direct booking site set up. Then the next thing that I would suggest to you, if you're inside a Market My SDR, because you also get access to my 200-day funnel. This is 200 days of email marketing that is already set up for you with the timing that they need to be set up to send. I've already written the copy for you. So it's what we call swipe file copy. That's why I use the term steal, right? That means that you can go and you can swipe it, you can put it into your Market My STR account, and boom, you have all the same emails that I'm sending, and you just customize them for yourself. That takes probably about an hour to 2 hours for you to go in and customize to make it super effective. But there's a couple of tools that make this super easy for you. One is ChatGPT. That's a research tool, in my opinion. I do not use ChatGPT for copywriting. As a matter of fact, I write about 90% of all my own copy, literally typing it out on my keyboard. But when I do need research, I do need ideas. Like if I am going into a new market, let's just say I'm going to break, Kenny Bedwell's, curse, and I'm going to go, invest into Logan, Ohio. And I don't really know anything about Logan, Ohio today. So the first place I'm going to go is I'm going to go to Google. The second place I'm going to go, and actually, that's probably not even true. I mean, I am 51. I'm kind of old school, but I'm probably going to Chat GPT first. And if you could see my setup here, I've got, 27-inch monitor over here. I've got my iMac 27-inch here, and then I've got a 24-inch vertical monitor over here. And I've always got Chat GPT and, Google over here to be able to research that. So I'll go to Chat GPT and I'll put in a prompt, Chat GPT, tell me the top 5 restaurants, family restaurants in Logan, Ohio. Chat GPT, because it's next to, it's either a state or a national park. I can't remember. Tell me the best hiking trails or the top 7 hiking trails within 5 minutes of downtown of Logan, Ohio. Hey, Chat GPT, what are the primary businesses? What drives traffic? Why do people go to Logan, Ohio? I'm just going to ask Chat GPT about all these different things. And then that's when I'm going to work into my 200-day funnel. But remember, I've already given you the template. I've already written everything for you. And it's actually based off of my Banner Elk property. So you can just literally do a little bit of research, and then you can take that copy, paste it. And here's the copywriting tool, the AI tool. And it's been around since before ChatGPT, just FYI. And it's called Jasper.ai. Jasper.ai. And it is a copywriting AI tool specifically, and it's the best one that's out there. So my recommendation is sign up for Market My STR, grab my 200-day funnel, rewrite all of your messaging to your guests. It goes in platform inside your PMS, and then use Jasper.ai. It's like 99 bucks a month. You're only going to need it for 1 month. Small investment to get the absolute best copywriting to go into your 200-day marketing funnel. So, what content you should send over the 200 days to build trust and encourage bookings? That's the biggest question that I get. And what I want you to understand is it's not sales stuff. There's a couple that are intertwined in there, but usually it's very passive in regards to selling, and it's all customer focused. And what I mean by customer focus is it's there to help our guests. That's why I'm asking ChatGPT, hey, what are the 5 or 6 best family restaurants for families to go to? What are the top 6 captains for dolphin tour, cruises, family dolphin tour cruises down in the ocean? You just ask it all of these things, or you can just go, hey, Chat GPT, I want you to think like a super high level discerning travel tourist that's coming into insert your city here, and they are looking for the experiences that only locals know, right? So there's a website I like. It's like where the locals eat when I go to a town that I've never been to. I don't go to TripAdvisor. I don't go to all this generic bullshit that everybody else uses. I don't go to Yelp. I don't go to TripAdvisor. I go to where the locals eat. I go to Reddit, for recommendations. I use Chat GPT because I don't want the same generic stuff that everybody else has. And that's one of the things from a marketing perspective that you need to understand is that your guests in most cases want to experience what locals experience, right? It doesn't matter if they're going to Montana, Wyoming, if they're going to California, Orlando, whatever that is. Give them the hidden secrets. I'll give you an example. I haven't made this public a whole lot, but there's a KOA campground, and it's just southwest of Disney. And what happens, one of the disadvantages when a family stays in your Airbnb in Orlando or Kissimmee or Davenport or whatever is they don't qualify because they're staying off property to get early access. But if you paid whatever it is, 69 or 79 bucks to book a place to park your trailer or to do a tent or whatever, because it's owned by Disney, then you can get early access. And I've mentioned this 2 or 3 times. It hasn't been a lot because I don't want to ruin it for everybody that's down there and my mastermind and inner circle members. But those are the insights that we need to be sharing in this 200-day funnel. That's what's going to bring a family back to an Airbnb. Because I tell you, we stay on site when we go. I mean, I'm almost out of the Disney era with my kids. My 2 daughters getting older. Might make 1 or 2 more trips. But when we go, we stay on property because we want to get in early access. We do fast passes, all that type of stuff. I would much rather stay at an Airbnb and have our own kitchen and all that type of stuff. It would save money. But we do it a little bit differently. Just like everything else, I do it differently. Now we're there for like 2 days as opposed to 5 or 6. And it's literally fly in the evening of, go to California, grill, have a really nice dinner, really nice bottle of wine, stay at wherever my wife puts us up on property, and then get early access. And we do the VIP tour the next day. So I'd rather spend 7,500 bucks and be out of there in 2 days as opposed to having 2 rooms at 500 bucks a night, having to do, 6 or 7 or 8 expensive meals. I know how I, spend money at night with, expensive dinners and stuff like that. So we just do it a little bit differently. So I don't really need the KOA, but a lot of people, especially when you're like Kissimmee at the 1 and 2 bedroom, lower ADR, lower price point condos, that's the leverage. That's the stuff you need to find out to be sharing in your 200-day funnel. And look, it's already built. The timing of when it's going to be sent is already built. The copy is already written for you. You get that. You get all my templates, my sales pages, and we're putting in the whole co-hosting selling sequence. If you guys are into co-hosting, that's all in Market My SDR. I mean, it's just so you guys know, it's direct booking sites, it's web pages, it's sales pages, it's email marketing, it's text marketing, it's voice drops. Imagine sending a direct to voicemail message personalized to your guests. Awesome stuff. That's why I crush, because I'm doing all that type of stuff. So a lot of you may be sitting there thinking, well, Bill, why 200 days? Why not 365? Because the majority of you that follow me are invested into vacation rental markets. The majority of you are not in downtown Philly or Atlanta or Los Angeles or Phoenix. You're not in the urban areas. You guys are in vacation rental markets. And the average, vacation rental market lead time is around 100 days. So that puts you right back into the booking season, most people are not going to wait till 20, 30 days ahead of time. So we only need 200 days in the funnel. And you can stretch that out. You can add a couple of additional text messages, or, the voice drops are pretty new. Drop in one or two voice drops. You don't want to do that a whole lot. You want that as an element to surprise, but it's based on booking lead times. So there is some science to this. There's no question. I just don't say, oh, hey, let's do a 200-day funnel because it's 200 days and I don't want to write any more emails. It's tied into the booking lead time, which becomes super, super critical. Now, yours may be a shorter lead time. And remember, lead times fluctuate. And I'm not talking about your individual property's lead time. I am really focusing on the market lead time. And I think that's one thing, whether it's in revenue management or marketing, that people get wrong is they really look at their property, right? Well, when you're only doing 5% bookings, that means 95% of the people are not coming back. And that's what I want to change with email marketing. Have you guys understand this is more important than Facebook ads. It's way more valuable than having 20 or 30,000 followers on Instagram, let alone the 300 of family members and friends that follow you, because our properties it's just not that interesting. So what we have to do is we have to create content that we can get into the inbox and that we can, get opened. And the only way we're going to get it open and we're going to get it read is when it benefits the guest, the customer, and it doesn't benefit us. So that's what builds the relationship. It builds trust. The more that you help these people, the more that you provide value to them, even if they've already stayed with you, the more apt they are to be able to come back. So that's why when I go through the content strategy of the 200-day funnel, I start with the indoctrination, right? So the indoctrination email is really, hey, Bob, thanks for staying at Dragonfly down in Gulf Shores. Wanted to introduce you to the rest of my portfolio in case your family likes to travel. And, my 18-year-old daughter's favorite place is, one of our places in Whitefish. And my youngest daughter loves to going to Banner Elk because my favorite place is, and here's why. My wife absolutely adores ABC because you're making a personal connection while you're indoctrinating them. You're kind of giving them a story about your family and you're making that connection with them. It becomes super personal. You're giving the fan favorites where the locals eat. I'm giving my kids favorites. And I've already teed that up in my messaging that went to them when they stayed with me. One of the critical things about creating content, specifically in these emails and the video sends and the text messaging and the voice drops, is that it's personalized. And I've already been building relationship with them even before I get to the 200-day funnel. And that's in the text messages that I'm sending too. So typically, in this 200-day funnel, you're going to have about 10 to 12 different communications. It's not like one a month or one a quarter. We want to send about roughly every 21 to 30 days. And then we're going to accelerate that a little bit if we're going to incorporate text messaging and potentially one or two voice drops. And really what I use the text messaging and the voice drops for are to let them know that an email's coming or that I've already dropped something really important into their inbox. And if they have any questions, they can reach out to me directly because I don't want them to think it's a marketing agency that's doing that. I want to really fortify that personal relationship. Once again, and it's not that challenging. You're going to set all of this up and it's automated inside of Market My SDR, right? That's the beauty of like Market My SDR because it's an all-in-one platform. You don't have to have a text messaging platform over here, an email platform over here, another direct booking website, and you're paying hosting fees and all the shit for, everything else. You put it under, one side. I want to reiterate, you can steal my 200-day funnel. There's no gatekeeping here, right? There's nothing. And you can do what I do with exactly inside of this video. Exactly. Because I've already done all the heavy lifting for you. I've done 90% of the work. All you have to do is go to marketmysdr.com and understand they will help you all along the way. It's the only business, let alone a marketing platform that I have ever seen that has true 24/7 support. They're literally available. You're working on your shit because most of us are like doing this late at night, early in the morning. And there's some virtual assistants that are overseas, so they're there at 11 o'clock at night. They're there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm stuck. Oh yeah, hey Bill, this is Jen from Market My SDR. How can I help you? And then she gets me unstuck. That's the beautiful part of Market My SDR. Automation with personalization, with the tokens that they have, integrating text, integrating voice drop, and having multi-channels of communication inside of this 200-day funnel. It is not just email. That's why it's not the 200-day email funnel. Email is the most important component of it, but when we integrate the other forms of communication, that just ramps up the conversion rates as well. So, hopefully, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If I provided any value for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one's coming, because the next one that's coming, this is all about literally tips and turning your short-term rental business into a profit generating future-proofed machine. And in the next video that you'll see right here is going to be about future proofing, recession proofing your short-term rental. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.